We already knew the Samsung Galaxy S10 was gonna be cool, but this just in, it's gonna be a fucking monster.
Get daily tech news in a way that doesn't suck. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Front Page Tech, the show that gives you all latest tech news from one geek, that is me, to another, that is you. Happy Thursday. I have a problem. I have been listening to Disney music all day, like soundtracks, the Lion King soundtrack in particular, and I don't know when I should ask for help because I can't stop. What? It was beautiful. It was beautiful music. It was a beautiful time. Don't judge me. How was your Thursday? All right, so story numero uno. Do you remember the Lenovo Z5, the bezel-less all-screen phone coming from Lenovo before they fucking lied to our faces and shit in our mouths? Yeah, well, here's that phone, but from a different company. Xiaomi just announced the Mi Mix 3, and holy God, it's pretty. So it pretty much looks like the phone that the iPhone 10 should have been. Let's be clear, it does look like an iPhone, like the back, the front, it just looks like an iPhone without a notch, and I am okay with that. Now, you might be asking, hey, where's that front camera? Where'd that go? Well, this, just like the Vivo Nex or Oppo Find X, it slides up. But in this case, it is not powered by motors, it's powered by good old human hands. Now, you know I pretty much just laughed at the Oppo Find X. I will try not to laugh at this. Oh, also, this phone has 10 gigs of RAM. What in the hell? Now, just as I was with the Oppo Find 10, Find X, whatever the hell they called it, I'm not crazy about the whole sliding thing. At least this is not motorized. It has that going for it. Personally, I think Samsung does it best. Like, if we can't put those things, if we can't put the camera and the sensors under the display panel itself, let's just do what Samsung does until that time comes. Why is that so hard? Either way, Xiaomi, good job trying something new. There's that. Okay, next up, let's talk about the Samsung Galaxy S10. Yes, I know we usually save the headline of the episode for the last story, the third story, but we're moving it to number 2. I'll tell you why in a second. Either way, we got a brand new leak of the Galaxy S10, a very specific version of the Galaxy S10, and oh my God. So we already know there's gonna be a ton of goodies that come along with this phone. Personally, I haven't been this excited for a phone in a while. I love that it seems that Samsung is going all out with this device. It almost reminds me of what Apple should have done with their special edition phone, the iPhone 10. Like, they should have gone all out with that phone, and they kind of just went halfway out. Dick was halfway out on that occasion. So, Samsung, thanks for taking your dick all the way out? Anyway, in a leaked document posted by a user on a Chinese microblogging platform, Weibo, that leak suggests that the 5G version of the Galaxy S10 Plus, which we've told you is coming, we've talked about before in a previous episode, I don't remember what episode, so I can't tell you where to watch it. They say it'll feature what no other smartphone has ever featured before. Are you ready? 12 fucking gigabytes of RAM. 12 gigabytes of RAM. Samsung, holy God, you absolute mad lad.
I am a mad lad.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. I said it with the Note 9. The fact that a phone has a lot of gigabytes of RAM is cool, but I think that says more about the software than it does about the hardware. Like, Android should not need 12 gigabytes of RAM to run smoothly. But listen, if we are over here taking our dicks out, Samsung, let's pull our fucking dicks out. 12 gigabytes it is. Okay, hey, speaking of pulling our dicks out, this is the last story of the day. This is the real headline of the day, but I could not use it as the title or anything like that because we would have been instantly struck down, instantly demonetized. Here we go. So a new report has come out about the quote-unquote father of Android, Andy Rubin, and it's not good. Now, as you know, Andy actually left Google in 2014. That part you probably know. What you didn't know was what was going on around that time. You see, Andy Rubin was being investigated by Google for sexual misconduct, allegations that had come out against him from employees. Specifically, around an incident in which he coerced another Google employee to perform oral sex in a hotel room in 2013. I have never had to say oral sex on this tech show before. Google, come on, why'd you do this to me? But it gets worse. Despite actually finding these claims to be credible and accurate, Google paid Andy Rubin $90 million as an exit package. So they effectively made him leave, swept it under the rug to keep it quiet, but also paid him a fuck ton of money. This is relevant now because apparently, according to that agreement, the very last $2 million of that promise from Google to Andy Rubin is to be paid out next month. Now, first of all, fuck you, Andy Rubin. Fuck you right in your stupid fucking face. Second of all, I wish this was it. I wish it was just Andy Rubin, but it's not. It gets worse. After the New York Times put out their report on Andy Rubin today, Google sent out an email to their employees. In the email, Sundar, Google's CEO, as well as the company's vice president of people operations, they said the story from the New York Times today was difficult to read. And then they followed that by saying, we are dead serious about making sure we provide a safe and inclusive workplace. Now, first of all, this email right off the bat does not try to discredit or argue or refute any of the claims in the New York Times story about Andy Rubin. They didn't touch that. Now, that same New York Times story also mentioned that Google protected 2 other men that weren't Andy Rubin of the same thing that were accused of sexual misconduct, and on their way out, they were given very generous, what we're calling, I guess, quote unquote, exit packages. Sundar then went on to say in Google's very lovely email that they have fired 48 people for sexual harassment in the last 2 years. So not only was it Andy Rubin that was given a bunch of money and then 2 other guys that were given a bunch of money to leave and shut their fucking mouths, but Google apparently has had a problem there for quite some time. 48 people fired for sexual harassment in the last 2 years. Okay, you might have noticed by this point that this portion of the show is uncensored. It wouldn't feel right to put duck sounds during this part of the show. I really have no words. There's a part of this story, a portion of this story where Andy Rubin was potentially running a prostitution ring as well. I will leave a link down in the description below to learn more about the story if you're interested. Obviously, we couldn't cover all of it, but now I will direct my attention towards Google. Google, Sundar, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? You know it doesn't count. It is not okay, and it does not count in any way if you fire somebody for sexual misconduct, but then also turn around and keep it quiet and pay the motherfucker $90 million. Google, fuck you. Seriously. And if you are watching this right now and you don't think or see how this is a big deal, fuck you too. Right in your face. I just don't. How can we trust this company right now? How? This is not okay. I haven't seen anything like this before. Not good. Not a good thing. Google. What the fuck? What the actual fuck is wrong with you?